Hello, there you go. My name is Calvin Lipscomb. This is going to be the capstone of the fix and flip tour that you went on. Some people may have went on the tour, but they came specifically to talk about the Opportunity Zone. This is so important. I'm very excited personally about the Opportunity Zone as a certified financial planner, registered investment advisor, IRS enrolled agent. This tool, this Opportunity Zone tool, is going to enable you to create wealth, grow wealth. This tool is also going to allow you, even if you're struggling, to get into that level of wealth development on the ground. And I do not exaggerate. Mark my words, I don't believe in it. This is why I am excited about it. I'm glad I have the opportunity to present to you, and I'm glad that those of you who came out took the opportunity to come out. So I'm going to show you why the Opportunity Zone is important. I'm going to show you how to use the Opportunity Zone and why is it important, most importantly, for you personally to be excited about the Opportunity Zone. Because believe it or not, this is the one program that the government has made easy. Any tax professionals in the room? Tax professionals. Anybody all right there? I'm supposed to meet some of them. Well, you know, oh, I did this and then, well, you didn't dot this I, cross this T, so you can't get this benefit. Oh, well, you didn't do this, that, and the other thing, so it doesn't apply to you. There's always so much. Oh, how many of you find out, well, you could have gotten this tax benefit, but your income was too high. Income was too low. That is not the Opportunity Zone. Don't faint. Zero income requirements. Zero. This is why I'm excited about it. So no matter how much or how little you make, you can participate. So let's start. What is the Opportunity Zone? Very straightforward. Each state gets to designate certain areas that if you invest over here, this is an Opportunity Zone, so the federal government will allow you to pay zero taxes on any gain. Yes, believe it or not, that's it. You can't get better than that. So Bronzeville, for an example, I'm from New York personally. I think that's supposed to be a hot up-and-coming area, right? Yeah, right. Oh, are you sure? Is that a hot up-and-coming area? I don't like shakiness. Yeah. Has prices doubled and tripled over the last 10 years? Yes. Are you sure? Yeah. Well, yeah, no, I like a little churchy in me. Yeah, right, because I don't like any uncertainty. You know what? In this field, sometimes there's so much uncertainty. So I like to focus on the things that we can be certain about. So if you have any doubt about that, talk to me, because also I'm looking to invest in firms myself. So if there's any little shakiness, I'm all the way from New York, I'd like to know about it. Right? So we're very confident about that. They label part of that area as an Opportunity Zone. I'm going to tell you why that's important. So at the end of the day, on this Opportunity Zone, if you invest in this area, any money you make in that area, you pay no federal taxes. Think about that. You put in $100,000, you make $1 million. You pay no taxes. I'm a billionaire. I put in my $1 million, and now I make $50 million. How much taxes am I going to pay? How much tax?
You're a federal.
All right, that's right. Federal. That's right, because the state can do their own thing. But on the federal level, I just saved 22, 23%. And people making that type of money, how are they going to feel about paying no taxes? Right, now hold on, some people started to think already. Oh my goodness. So what did I say? Is there any income limits? No, so I can be a billionaire, invest in here, keep all of my money. Every last dollar. So just investing in designated Opportunity Zones, whether it's Chicago, Philadelphia, Nevada, California, nationwide. Do you know, I can throw this in one way because it'll be hard to, do you know Puerto Rico, the entire It's an opportunity zone? Yeah, yes, and there's ideas behind it. Yes, the entire Puerto Rico is an opportunity zone. I didn't check out the U.S. Virgin Islands. I need to check that out. I will talk about why that's important. The whole island's an opportunity zone. So, opportunity zone, so that's what it is. What is some of the rules about it? This is another reason why I love it. For you to avoid taxes, you have to hold on for at least 10 years. 10 years you have to keep your investment in the opportunity zone. I love that. That's important. Think about this for a moment. How many times you see communities, money comes in, things starts changing a little bit, then all of a sudden they pull it right back out. So that means, so what does that mean? If I know I'm only keeping the property for 2 or 3 years, do I really care who I rent to? Right. Even if I have commercial property, you know, some businesses are less desirable than others. If I'm only concerned about income, showing you making money, then pulling out, am I going to care what type of business goes in there? Excuse me? No. Are you sure? Oh, yes. All right, that's important. No, right, because let's focus on the things that we do know. Why am I going to be concerned about who I rent to? Because I have to keep the property for how long again?
10 years.
Think about that. I have to keep the property for 10 years. We've seen people do some renovations, nice, beautiful, but the quality of tenants they put in there is detrimental to the community. Let's not pretend, because I'm not looking to keep it long. I'm going to 3 years and 4 years, and then I'm out. So am I going to be really too concerned about the quality of tenants that I put in there? Am I? No, it's a little shaky, a little shaky, a little shaky. If you're going to keep the property for 2 years, 3 years, are you going to be overly concerned about the type of tenant you put in there? Notice I say the tenant, I didn't say your rent. The only thing you want is your money. 2 different things. You can have a poor quality tenant who's paying you. So that's why I say tenant, not your money. So if you're only going to keep it for 2 or 3 years, are you going to be concerned about the quality of tenant you put in there that's paying you rent? Probably not. Okay, I got to talk with you. Probably not. We'll talk. No, most people, they're not going to be concerned because after 3 years, I'm out. So there it is. As long as I'm getting my money coming in, I'm going. So there's different programs, different people, da-da-da-da-da. Terrorizing certain blocks. They don't care because they're getting their money. Because I'm an investor looking to buy from you. The only thing I'm going to look at, am I going to meet those tenants face to face? If I'm buying from him? Not really. Maybe I need 1 or 2 of the showpiece tenant anyway. Well, you know, I'm getting $1,500 a month. I haven't missed a payment. I haven't missed a payment all year. Here it is. Here's my bank statements. Boom, boom, boom. As an investor, I'm not going to be too concerned because how many people are going to be living there? Am I going to be living there? No. As an investor, what are the odds are? No. This is why a lot of people have issues with out-of-town investors. They're not living there. They don't care about the quality of tenants, people, what's going on. That's an issue. But now if I have to keep the property for 10 years, I mean have to, in order for me to get this benefit, is just getting the money going to be enough? No, it's not. It's not going to be enough. That's another reason why I love the opportunity zone. Definitely get into a little bit more of that too. For some people who have money, who have other investments, other properties, they have what they call a 1031 exchange. So I bought some property, let's just say in California, 15 years ago. Now all of a sudden I bought it for $100,000, worth $1 million. The 1031 exchange means you bought this one property, you can actually avoid taxes and invest in another property, but you have to buy another property. So basically all you did is exchange one property for another.
Within a certain amount of time.
That's right. There's a time frame, there's rules, regulations, a little bit longer than 30 days. There's a whole lot of rules, but the main thing is you got one property getting into another. Man, I really don't want another property. I'm not quite diversified. But investing in the opportunity zone, it will allow you to invest directly into a business that's in the opportunity zone. Yes, you do not have to buy another property. You can invest directly into another opportunity zone, a business. See, that's another thing. A lot of people focus just on real estate, but businesses opening up in opportunity zones gets this tax favorable treatment as well too. So you not only got real estate, you have business. So instead of doing a 1031 exchange, I can diversify, invest in an opportunity zone, continue growing wealth. If you have stocks, bonds, mutual funds, you have gains. I mention this because this is going to be important as well too. Stocks, bonds, I'm sitting on $200,000 worth of gains. If I sell, do I want to pay taxes on that?
No.
No, I don't. I want to try to avoid taxes. This is another pound opportunity zone. So let's just suppose, round figure, you have $100,000 in gains. You don't want to pay taxes on it. You look relatively young. I don't think you're 80, right?
Correct.
Right, that's right. So that means you still need your money growing, right? So think about this. So what if I tell you invest in one of these opportunity zones? For argument's sake, you love the project. You like the capital that it's throwing off. I say you put in $100,000 in there. You keep it for 5 years. You save 10% on your capital gains. How you feel about that? I mean, you save 10%. No, hold it. There's no if, and, or buts. No, if you do this, that, and the other thing. If you just leave the money here in the opportunity zone, you save 10%. You want to invest?
Good. Yes.
Yes. What if I tell you now, hold on 2 more years, you save 15%.
Better.
Better, yes, even better. So now you just hold down for seven years on money you have to invest anyway because you're young, right? So this is why I love it, because you're young, you still have to invest. You still have to grow capital. So therefore, I don't want to just sitting in a bank getting 1%. So now I just save 15% of my money, holding on for 7 years. Holding on for 7 years. And now I got my capital gains, save taxes, and this is another plus. After 3 years, that $100,000 I put in, now it's worth $1 million. How much tax am I going to pay? I got one of my partners. He's a young guy, got his MBA. He's working on his CPA. He's in EA. I'm talking to him about the opportunity zone. But you know them accountant types. They're a little risk averse. I'm telling him about, yeah, you're saving taxes, but Calvin, he wasn't excited about it. I'm looking at him in the eye. He wasn't. But then I showed them how it's going to work. Now, here it is. Bronzeville, right? Now, you saw those properties triple. People sold. They paid taxes. What if I told you now, all of a sudden, 10 or 12 years, you just tripled, quadrupled your money, and you pay no taxes on that? You have $200,000 sitting around. What is going to be the odds you're going to invest in that area? All right, Lord, hi, all y'all are shaky. Think like an investor. See, now we're back to my original point. Is Bronzeville a hot area? Let's either yes or no. All right, now you're a little shaky.
Yes.
Bronzeville is a hot area. Bronzeville is an opportunity zone. See, stop thinking about your income level, how much money you have. Just work with me. So now these individuals with money, wow, this is a great area. This is up and coming. Da, 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 da. You got all these infrastructure. I'm telling you what I know because remember I'm from New York. 8015 South Drake is the property I bought. See, a lot. I'm all the way from New York, investing my money with people. Da 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 da. I only had one person actually question me why I'm investing all the way up here in Chicago. Yeah, because there's some of your Chicago. There's a couple things you'll take for granted. So all the way from New York. So keep that in mind. There you go. And I have no money. No investors. Anybody from Chicago. So there's got to be a reason why I'm way up in here. There's got to be a reason why I'm trying to get sure about what? Bronzeville. Come on, now put it all together there. So Bronzeville Opportunity Zone. I love the infrastructure. There's a lot happening there. So now I talk to some of these individuals. Hey, you got 500,000. Hold on, what about some of the hedge funds? These people with billions and billions of dollars, hedge funds. So now, hey, here's an opportunity for real estate. We can put our money in here, double, triple it, connect it all together. What do you think is going to happen to Bronzeville? All this investment comes in and it stays in for a decade. At least.
Surge.
Say it again.
Surge.
Surge. You become self-sustaining. Hamid, I didn't forget you. This is why I mentioned it to him. Because I says now all of a sudden, because it's got to be stable for a decade, it takes a life of its own. It's no longer dependent on that money. So you got different people coming in. You're going to need goods. You're going to need services. So that means businesses are going to be coming in there. You're going to be needing eateries. You're going to now be needing nightlife, entertainment, all of that. So it takes a life of its own. And the reason why I mentioned Harmon, I talked about it. Place in New York City. New York City was just like Chicago. The area he bought in the area. I'm older than him. It wasn't great. But he sought out that particular area because of the amenities. So the area was no longer dependent on the investors. It was self-sustaining. And that's what I had to remind the young man of. So now you're going to get certain areas that's going to be self-sustaining because I have to leave the money in there for how long?
10
Yes.
So I'm also going to be concerned about what? The quality of my tenants, whether it's commercial or personal. Also think about this. If I got to invest for 10 years and I got to keep this property for a decade, am I going to put in shoddy work in here?
No.
Think about that. Right, correct. That means I'm going to be winding up paying 2 or 3 times because even though I can exit in 10 years, that means I still may have to keep it for 12. So that means the quality of material that's going to go into these new developments is going to change because you did the flip and fix tour. Flip and fix. If you put in $1 and you know you're going to sell it in under a year, 3 months, 6 months, but I'm telling you that dollar is going to take 5 years to get your money back. Are you going to put in that dollar? No. You going to put in $1? No, you're not. Oh, no, we got to put that aside. It's not adding no value. It's not helping me. I'm not going to get that money back for 5 years, and I'm selling in 6 months. Put it all together. Now, if I have one of these other individuals who are investing with some capital, and I know I have to keep a decade, if I know it's going to take me 7 years to get that money back, am I going to put that dollar to work? You're holding on for 10 years. You're doing the development. It's going to take 7 years for you to get that money back. Would you put that dollar in?
I would.
You would. Of course you got to, because how long are you keeping the property for?
10.
10. So you got your money. See, this is why. So therefore, certain other amenities in your development that you would not normally do in the area, what are you going to do now?
Well,
You will do it. Because that's what it is. That's what they call the opportunity cost. When am I going to get my money back? How much money am I going to make? Is it worth it? Because if I put this dollar in here, I'm not going to have $1 to put someplace else. Money is really not infinite. So, but if I know I will be keeping it for a decade, it's going to take me 7 years to get that dollar back. I still got 3 more years of profit from making that money. It's like, for instance, who went to 8015 South Drexel?
yeah, I do that.
Yeah, right. 8015, that's me. That's the property that I own. It was painful, but we said got an architect in there, able to do the 2 units renovation, making it all legit. That's right. Chicago's all legit, man. I got all my permits in there, 100% legit. Yes, fine. So what? I'm keeping that property for 20 plus years. So what? It's taking me, for argument's sake, I'm putting in $100,000. It's going to take 3 years to get my money back. I'm keeping it for 20. So do I care? No, I don't care, because for the next 17 years, I will be seeing that money. So if investors now are investing in this area for 10 years, the type of investing they're going to do is different. Yeah, Jamal, I was telling you about the opportunity zone. It's 3 years later, you kind of missed the ground floor, but this is what's going on, da-da-da-da-da. This value is this, and now I got a couple of people, and they're not paying any taxes. What do you mean not paying? I try to tell you, because you know most people in one ear, out the other until they're Christ. This is why I do love you here. So there you go. So now think about it. Now you're going to get a second rush of capital in this area once the stock market takes a little bit of beating. Second rush. The first rush is you and I, who understand that, wait a minute, I was talking to somebody, I'm looking at dirt. I'm seeing a beautiful building. I struggle looking at dirt, but I learned how to look at dirt and see a beautiful building. Some people can't see that. But you're looking at the dirt before it's formed. And now, so wait a minute now, we talked about the OZ zone, but the reason why I'm happy that you're here, we already know Bronzeville is already making moves, right? We know Bronzeville is an opportunity zone, right? So right, you want to be cautious with your money too. So where should you invest in? Right. So you're right. So this is the little secret. You want to invest in the areas that's gentrifying already. What does that mean? Before Bronzeville was designated an opportunity zone, there was already changes happening, right? Now what happens when some of the big boys fall out, there's already changes happening. Michael, this is what's going on, Brian. It's hot, it's still on fire, We can get in on the ground floor still. We don't have to pay any taxes because there was changes going on. There's going to be certain segments of Chicago that will change overnight because of this. Think about that for a moment. Will change overnight. But wait a minute. How are you going to take advantage of it? This is why I'm telling you, you need to get excited. You want to talk with your family, friends. We need to get in because you're right here. Remember, I'm coming all the way from New York. Trying to find this out, beat this out, seeing how beautiful your city is. Yes, how beautiful your city is. Yes, I did. Beautiful, your Lakeshore Drive. I had to tell some people, look, that's like Prospect Park by the beach. Not probably just Central Park by the beach, how lovely it is along that Lakeshore Drive. So what do you think what happens when more pressure comes in? Displacement. Simple as that. More pressure coming, displacement. But here it is. You have the opportunity not to be displaced. Here's the opportunity. You talk with, so what? So what? You got to talk with 30 of your friends. Oh, we put $5,000 together, You got the money. 100 of your friends. There you go. We put $1,000 together. There it is. So, because it doesn't matter how little, how much, it's about the investing. Growing that money, taking advantage. It's 10 years later. And now like we're talking about, we know certain areas. I heard about Inglewood. Supposed to be on fire too now. I see all you're shaking your head. Yeah, right, I know. But so what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Because that's an opportunity zone as well. That's right. Just to let you know, I am paying attention. There is a brewery open up in there, microbrewery over there. Microbrewery, just to let you know. Paying attention, yes, just to let you know. Right? Yeah, again, there's got to be a reason why I'm investing. I'm all the way from over here. I got to dig a little deeper. How many of you know about the rec center? Yeah. All the way down in Pullman, over there. Think about what that's going to mean. 24 hours, 365 days of the year, outdoor activity. All you're going to need is 1 or 2 stars in the local area that's going to come from there. What do you think is going to happen over there? So it is. Pressure, you can still get in. You can still get in at the dirt. I was telling one gentleman, this is why I need you to be excited about it. Because right now, I'm spending more time talking about what? Why the opportunity zone is important. Why you need to get in. That's how straightforward the program is. So think about this. There's people out there with tens of millions of dollars. Some people are gonna look them in the eye. Michael, if you invest in here, we have the opportunity to quadruple your money. I'm gonna give you a little secret. What about if I buy the land, build the building, and then put the business in opportunities? Each one separate, my business feeding the building. Now I got 2 for 1. John, this is what we can do. You need service. They need restaurants, eateries over there. Little nightclub. I own the nightclub. And I own the land. 2 separate opportunities. John, and how much tax? My tax. We really got a potential triple your money. You're not going to pay any taxes. What? Wow, opportunities. I told you this 2 years ago. We're not going to pay any taxes. 0 taxes. We triple, quadruple. Doesn't matter. There is no limit on how much capital you made. If you so happen to be one of the lucky ones that made $100 million, how much taxes are you going to pay? 0. And how long you have to keep it in there? So now me as a financial planner, me as an investment advisor, these other people talking to, they're going to lock up money 10 years. Anybody has an investment idea? No, hardcore plan, business idea. Anybody? Nobody has a plan? You. Man, what if I told you, you know what, I'm going to give you $100,000. You don't have to pay me back. You can keep all that for 10 or 12 years, 8%, but all my money's not due. Could you work with that? What do you think is going to happen? Because guess what? I don't want the interest. I want the valuation. I figure it out. Da 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 da. All right, so you're going to owe me $200,000. You're going to buy me out at $300,000 in 10 to 12 years. Because how much tax am I going to pay? Zero. So I don't even need it. I don't want interest payment. If I get interest payment, they're subject to taxation. So. Now watch this. I'm gonna do it on YouTube, Facebook, and now one of the big boys are gonna take it. Now multiply that with someone. Oh, I got $100 million for you. What do you think is gonna happen in some of these key areas? I was staying where was I staying at? On Yates. Yates Avenue, right there by the train. One of those big buildings. Yes, I looked right along 79. Oh God, what? Reimagine that area. I have to imagine dirt. This is what it's going to look like. This is the future. Taking advantage of long-term investing, because for working people, the one thing you have on your side is time. Like, you know, a lot of the big money, oh, well, you know, yeah, it's beautiful, but, you know, I gotta wait a decade, triple my money. No, let me wait till an area gets on the cusp of getting hot. They can afford to overpay. Look what happened in Central Chicago. This is why areas go up. Back when it was at the bottom, money started pouring into the area, new constructions, because they can afford to do it. Okay, yeah, we're looking to double out. You're looking to double your money in 5 years. Money's pouring in there now. That's what happened. But now with the opportunity zone, well, look, I know you're not, but we're looking to triple, quadruple, because these are the plans. This is the vision. I am now able to sell a long-term plan for you to make this money and avoid taxes. And while New York State, unfortunate, they follow the tax code, so any investors I bring in from New York State, they won't pay any taxes. So you say federal taxes, state taxes, there you go. For the renovation room, the gentleman also asked me something else we didn't talk about. You know they got state business zones, right? Funded by the state. They got the TIF program. They got, oh, you hire people, you get grant program. Now all of a sudden, well, you know what? Since I got to do this, I got my business going. Let me hire some people. Now I get to take advantage of those other programs because the opportunity zone has nothing to do with that. So I get the rush on the front end. I get the extra cream on the back end. All those other programs has nothing to do with the opportunity zone. That's just the tax treatment of your gain. And now, since we know now we're incentivized to actually, if I know I have to pay no capital gains, do I want to make my company more valuable 10 or 12 years from now? Yes. So think about that. Again, it's all about the imagination. There's going to be funds setting up for a business to make it valuable. That means I have to make it sellable. This is what's going on. This is your client base. You have the state of the art this, state of the art that, da 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 da, ba 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 ba. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give you a 10% discount. Yeah, it's worth $2 million, but you buy for 1.8. Call it a day. Why wouldn't I do that? I just saved how much money in taxes? Da 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 da. 20%. I need my exit strategy. I quadruple my money. A little sweetener. So now people are going to be incentivized to make their business more valuable with the goal to make it sellable 10 or 12 years from now. So even those who are looking to exit in 10 years have to make their business valuable, have to be incentivized to make it sellable. So what do you think? Again, self-sustaining once the money hits some of these areas. So there's a lot of opportunity there. I'm glad all of you here. Any questions, anything at all?
How does this work for businesses if you plan to start a business, you want to start the business first before you go into investing in real estate?
Well, you know, correct. But if you're looking to, so you want to invest in real estate in opportunity zone.
Or the business.
The
you
business.
said it also works for, like, if you want to start a business.
Yes, you do. Correct. You want to start your business, well, S corps. Well, you can't just do what they call the Schedule C. You have to set up an S corp, C corp, LLC, specifically saying that you're going to operate this business in the opportunity zone. And when you operate your business in the opportunity zone, 10, 11 years, you sell it, you pay nothing. You talk to somebody, you definitely want to figure out the structure, and a lot depends on the nature of business.
So that's part of
The attorney. Yes, right. Structure is going to be important. So you're going to be S Corp, C Corp, partnerships. That's what you're going to need, whether LLC, LLP. That's what those are the structures you definitely want. Definitely want. You know, so me as Joe, as Calvin Lipscomb cannot buy. No, you
And
going
it just has to be like your office or your headquarters has to be in an opportunity zone.
Headquartered, and you need to be, as they say, deriving your business from the community. That's a relative limit. We get into the weeds. I'll
Okay,
give
this
you a
may
limit.
not work because it's a logistics company. It would be a logistics company.
Well, no. So you got your people working there, and that's right. The people are working in a logistics company. There you go. So you're going to have your platform there. And you're going to try to move goods and services. So that would be a great place for you to be. There you go. And then some people remote, right? There you go. That's right. Yeah, of course. I know some people going to be remote. Yes, but you want yes.
So in terms of, so my S Corp has already started. Can I now list it as in an opportunity zone, or does it already being the address that's where the registered agent is or where the business is? Does it already qualify for that, or is there something?
No,
else?
it doesn't. Well, correct. But what you have to do, you can do expansion. Now we're talking about expansion. So at the end of the day, you may want to, for peace of mind, you may want to issue new shares, specifically to expand your business. Correct. It doesn't have to be a brand new business. You can actually do expanding if you're already in an opportunity zone. What is that? I think it's EIG.org online, and they will actually show you what areas are opportunity zones. So that's really important. I was trying to cover the buildings I buy. I missed it by literally one block.
Yeah.
One block. I wanted to jump out of a window. Of course, one block. Literally one block. So that's why you want to get into the map. There you go.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So I want to open up a Wingstop. Now, are you saying that if you're investing with your property in the opportunity zone and you have the Wingstop, both of them would be tax-free federal wise?
Of course, yes, because you know what? That little thing, what you want to definitely do, you want to set up two different entities.
Absolutely.
That's right. One for the land, for the building, and another one for the business.
Mm-hmm.
Two for one, because you never know. You may want to sell the business and keep the land.
So I have an LLC now. So you wouldn't take the LLC and buy the property with it and then put it in the same business. Then you just create two totally separate structures.
Oh, well, there you go. That would be the optimum way to go,
Okay.
right? Because you want them to be independent.
Okay.
You want them to be independent. Any questions? All right. Someone quick review. What is the most important thing about this opportunity zone?
Tax on.
Tax-free. What else?
No income restrictions.
No income restrictions. What else?
Develop the area.
I can develop an area in one day.
Over the
The people,
Year hold.
Yeah.
it's a good investment because the people who coming in, they gonna come in and make sure that while they invested for them 10 years, that everybody keep their values up.
Correct. They're going to keep that is why I love it. 10-year hold. And at that moment, 10 years, think about people stay, they get married, they have kids, they're comfortable. Self-sustaining, self-feeding, very stable areas. Makes the value go up even faster. But we're looking at the dirt right now. How many people going to get in?
My question is how, in terms of course, there are investors who are interested in investing, but how exactly do you connect with these people? Potentially, to kind of give them your idea, your whole presentation for them to say, okay, great, let's do business.
Right, well, you know what? See, it all depends on what you're looking for. So you want to find out who. Oh, just think about your circle. You're here. You saw how important is the opportunity zone. Think about the people you know. 30 people. It's 30 of you. Come on, you got money. This is 10,000. Once again, I'm coming off from New York. This is I mentioned it's important. Michelle, we know Bronzeville is hot. It's growing, There's 30 of us. We all put in that's $300,000 right there. We all got, couple of us, 2 or 3 got good credit. Now we're able to leverage that with a loan, with a mortgage for the property. So now we're leveraging $700, $800 million. It's quadruple year. Now what happens when it's worth $2 million, $4 million? We sell in 10 years from that. Since you mentioned it, I got one family who supported us from the very beginning. AK, him and his people, he doesn't know. They've been getting a little shade because I got to do the taxes and stuff. Because I've been thinking about this for the long term. Think about this. You got little ones. You got a 2-year-old. You got a 5-year-old. College is coming down the road. You're investing this, pay no taxes 10, 12 years later, 17. There goes your college fund. There goes your business fund if they want to go. Tax-free. Tax-free. I look at this from a financial planning standpoint. Certified financial planner. I think about what you're going to need for your children. I'm going to think about what you're going to need for you. I know there's struggling people in the community. Got one gentleman I was talking to, yeah, you're struggling, then you need to get involved. I got one client, not even client, family friend. Started off, when people are starting off, they need that, I need cash, whatever. Well, you got $50 a month, yes, I need that. For you with the fix and flip, yes, I need that right now, I need that. Commitment, all right, that's all you can do, fine. I had one person want to probably purchase $78 a month she gives him. She's total over 3.5 years going to come out to $3,500. In June, we go to refinance. Little does she know, it's worth $10,000 on investment. $10,000, that is what it's worth. I just gave away $6,500 because I needed that $78 a month. I also wanted support. That's what happened when you sucking oxygen. That means I need cash. And okay, you gotta go. But now, of course, the next go around, I'm not sucking oxygen that hard. Do I want to give away $6,500? Do I? No, you don't. So right now, you who I like to say, in the game right now, you want to talk and press family and friends opportunity zone. Because you know what? Once you are excited, this is why, because you can see the opportunity zone explains itself. You need to be excited about it. Because once you start talking about it, once you start being excited about it, all you need is one person who's going to support you. Yeah, look at that. Huh? I got an extra $30,000. This is what we're going to do each, everything above board, everyone protecting you. That one is going to refer somebody else. And now, eventually at some point, all right, the $78 a month. At some point, is that going to be acceptable to me? 78? No, it's not. Because I'm spending 2 or 3 hours just for you to give up $100 a month when I can spend 2 or 3 hours with someone putting up $10,000. Think about it, right? You're gonna talk to someone the hourly rate they can only afford $10, and you got other people the hourly rate they can afford $300. Who you gonna talk to? Maybe I can fit you in for 1/10 of a second, a little pro bono work. That's if I got you. If you're running late, you're out the door. But if you don't get excited about getting 10 people together, you could be surprised what you can do with $10,000. Be surprised what you can do. The prices that low, blah, blah, blah. Even if you don't, you can get group of people together and pool 1, 2, 3, 10 of you, talk to 10 of your people. All you got 10,000. Now we got 100,000. Invest in a bigger group, and there you go. No, they don't make the mistake that I made when I was young. Well, I ain't no money. What type of money? I only gave $1,000. Yeah, but it's 10 and 12 years later. Think about this for a moment. Think about how your life would have been different if somebody, your mom, dad, family could have just given you $10,000. Think about how your life would have been different if someone could have get free 10 grand. See, that was my another dumb mistake as a planner. I didn't think of that as wealth. Wealth is life changing, and you just change your child's life. That's what wealth is. 10,000 would have changed my life. I would have had a different directory. Didn't have to worry about working. Scrimp, save, bring it down, finish the school, boom, boom, boom. But no, there was no money to give there. So even if you don't make that mistake with the people, say, well, yeah, right. And at the end of the day, your $1,000 is 10 years later. What have you really done with that $1,000 for most people? And men, they did this. Women, what's not? Oh my God, you don't even remember that. Gone. So now all of a sudden it's 10 years later, and this is what you got to tell people. Come on. Other people drinking it away. There's no judgment. I understand no judgment. But that was the mistake because you don't believe it's nothing. Are you going to start? No, because you believe it's nothing. What are you going to do? No. So no, Mike, put it. I know, I understand you're showing, but put up this $1,000. And I do taxes. This is why I'm a little tough. I know that EIC is hitting. A lot of people getting $5,000. Yeah, they went on cruise. Yeah, I know. I'm in the wars. I am in the trenches with that. That's right. I'm going to shout one person. I had someone actually give me their tax return. She in labor. In labor in the hospital. Boom, boom, boom. No, hold on, my tax guy. I don't play. Child labor, but her, come on, I'm in the house of labor. I'm giving birth to her. Pop, there you go. $5,000, but we all know. Come on, we do this, that, and it's going. $10,000, even for your circle, even if you're at that level. The reason why I'm also here, and I mentioned about the Bronzeville Alliance, people are concerned about the area community changing, but if you don't get on the ground floor, what's going to happen? You will lose control. You're going to lose control. There it is.
So I have a question. Is there can people be penalized? Say someone purchased a property who doesn't have any interest in the area, and they purchase a property in the opportunity zone, and they're literally holding it, not doing anything with it, not developing or whatever. Is there some type of recourse for that? Can they be penalized for not developing in the opportunity zone, although they're going to take advantage of this
Well,
tax?
but this is the problem that starts happening there. You know, other people start coming in. No, this is the problem. I saw Alderman. What are you doing? Now let me tell you something. It's all politically connected. Because now, see, this is why I'm. So now, 10 of us. We got our community. We got 1,000 people from Bronzeville. Each one of them put in $1,000. That's our $1 million. We got an investment. Someone does what they say. Alderman, let me tell you something. This is Calvin Lipscomb. You know, I got this opportunity zone. There's a problem with this building. You know, I got 1,000 individual investors, so that means they're going to vote. And the moment I run into a problem, I'm going to call them and let them know what the problem is and tell them to speak with the alderman, because I don't need them yelling at me.
Absolutely.
So what do you think is going to happen when they get 1,000 phone calls? And that's how the politics starts working too. And now, and that's at our level. What happened? You know, I got $100 million for Bronzeville. Yeah, I know. I need some. I need a little exception to make it more denser. Because you know, even though I'm investing $100 million, that means I'm going to be borrowing money. So that means $500 million can be coming in. Let me say that again. This is going to be a leverage. I have $100 million to invest in this area. I'm going to be looking to leverage by borrowing money. So now you're looking at $500 million coming into an area. So there you go. Well, you know, I got 100 coming in. Who you going to talk to? At that type of money, I can talk to the mayor. Certain areas that's already hot, you want to get in. Just to let you know, I pay tax. I looked at some of the. Again, I'm giving it all the way to Bronzeville area. Think about this. Do I have this part where do I have to tear down buildings? No. Think. Look at it. Someone who just understood what the real deal is going to be. There's no buildings to tear down. You're working with raw land. That means I can reimagine the whole area. I don't have to worry about demolition, nothing. Boom. I got $100 million. Boom. Make it happen for me. So you caught it. And I saw stretches of land that I love it. Right there by the train, little eagle. Yeah, right. It doesn't take long in key areas. I don't have to worry about it, right? That's a big cost tearing down a building, right? Yeah. There's time, delay, money moving it. No, you got whole stretches of land over there ready for redevelopment.
Literally
tonight.
like quarter miles.
I know, I drove over there. I love it. Yeah. Overnight it can take. And some of these, when the movers and shakers truly come, it's not going to take long. I raised $100 million. Do you think I'm going to have a problem getting a loan for an extra $400 million? No, I'm not. That's the level that you're moving in. You're moving in certain circles that, you know, you got $100 million. You're up there. That means you know bankers, you know private bankers, da-da-da-da-da. That's a win for who? Everybody. Everybody. So this is why I asked, was anybody here from the Bronzeville Alliance? Yeah, I'm looking funny. Looking funny. Yeah, I am, because I did post how many times looking funny. This is the power of the program. This is the power. You know, I want community, I believe in all that, but at the end of the day, investment first. If I can avoid all of that and truly maximize my money, that's my job. But here it is, you're concerned about your community, and I show the way how you can get the land, how you can get investors involved with their money. Boom, you did well, stabilized family, community. Was that really a stretch? Did anybody think that plan that I laid out, was that a stretch anyway? Now imagine the people with the big money. But you know what it is. Are they really going to do for low income. No, I know in New York, 80-20 program. No, do they really do that? No, they don't. Yeah, that sounds good, but we really can maximize our dollars, blah, blah, blah. You know, but no. People are gonna take forever to get together, to make it happen. And remember, I don't know, I do taxes. This is the start of my tax season. There's certain people, one of the individuals that are fortunate to invest with us, family, got a little assets, da-da-da-da-da. What happens when I tap them and I'm showing this video? This is what I got. I got the Drexel, I got this, I did this is what happened, da-da-da-da-da, get out the start mine, he got little babies. How do you think I feel about him? Believing in me when I had dirt. I had dirt. I'm sucking oxygen. He 200 just because he believed in me. What do you think I'm gonna do? You know, once tax season comes, I talk with him and his people, his friends, show him these videos, da 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 da, blah 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 blah. All right, could be $500,000, $1 million right there. And am I gonna be concerned about all this? No, I'm not. I'm not at that big level. I can't call it alderman. I can't do that. So let me buy my little. And this is why I say the opportunity zone is a straightforward program. You have to see how you're going to make it work. That's the power of it. And the moment you get excited and recognize it, it can be too late. You don't want it too late for you and yours. All right. Any questions? Anything else? Yes.
Yeah, in a nutshell, first, do you have a car?
Of course I do.
Second, sorry I'm late. So in a nutshell, this is primarily hold on taxes, federal taxes.
Primarily correct, but that's the power of this program. That if you, like I said, you're a Chicago resident, right?
Yes, sir.
So you've seen values tripled, right? Mm-hmm. Some areas tripled. Now imagine if you had the opportunity, if I told you invest now, I'm going to triple your money and pay no taxes. I mean, doesn't matter, no taxes. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I'm going to take that money.
There you.
Make that investment, bro.
That's why I love the program. There's no complexities. There's none, just straight yes.
I can't relate to, but you're saying that basically the Opportunity Zone program allows you to create the investment to draw in investors?
Well, the Opportunity Zone is the box. It says you put anything in here, whatever you pull out is like magic. If you put in one fish, you pull out 30, you keep all of that for yourself. That's what it is, like Bronzeville. Yes.
So you keep any profits. This is for profits.
Yes.
Not no non-profits, none of that stuff like that. Or is that included?
No. Well, hold on. A non-profit. Are you non-profit only trying to make a profit?
I mean, as long as
well, no. You see, he's saying no. It's a different thing. So it's not good for a non-profit. No, and that's 100% right. Not ultimate for a non-profit. Correct. Because I'm not investing in a non-profit. Because if you was investing in a non-profit, you already would have owned the land already. Yes.
We talked about the LLC being registered somewhere else. Does the home, let's say I purchase a home, the home that's under that LLC, it doesn't matter whether the LLC is registered or it has to be registered to?
Yes, you need to register. Right, you have to be registered there. You got to dot the I's and cross the T's with the IRS to be designated as an opportunity zone. Now we're getting into, like you said, I'm setting up the investment structure, But right, you have to dot the I's, cross the T's, and make sure all the investments in that LLC is in the opportunity zone. They don't want people playing around, well, I got a little bit money and then all of it up. No. Straightforward, you want to just keep, I recommend just keeping separate entities that focus strictly on the opportunity zone. This is another reason why I like it. So they made it basically impossible for you to play with the money now. It supposedly go and it doesn't go. Right? Because if there's a loophole and I can go someplace else, what am I going to do? Go someplace, but there's no loophole for that. So more money pouring in to the key areas, and you want to pour into what area? The areas that are changing already. Because before the opportunity zone was happening, it was changing anyway. So now what's going to happen what's your name? Deontay. So what is going to happen now once this area is hot? We invest. We're not going to pay any taxes after right? Yes, you say let me sell my house. Explosion. And again, goods and services will be needed. I looked at still goods and services. Now business. opportunity coming in. You're gonna need a real estate agent, property manager, all of that. And I go, Bronzeville Reimagine. But the question is, who's gonna get to own that reimagination? Yeah, that's the real deal. That's the real
That's the
deal.
question.
And one final thing, I'd like to do a quick promotion here for the church folks who don't do anything about financing. I have a book here, Path to Abundant Living, a 100% faith-based book on how to get this money. That's going to be another problem. Another key group is getting the churches involved, because they got how many people? Think about a church with 100 congregants. 50 of them just invest $1,000. That's $50,000 in one night. This is what happens, but a lot of churches don't understand. Well, fine. I was up here for a weekend. I was trying to, one reverend was interested in the program, loved it, gave him my book out of the blue, da-da-da-da-da. Did I get a phone call? I'm here talking to you. I'm leaving tomorrow. Nothing. So the local churches, when areas start changing, what's going to happen to your congregation? Where are they going to live? They're going to get pushed out. Further and further, it may not be today, tomorrow, 10, 20 years, you'll have no congregants because they're going to be pushed out because you don't own, you didn't secure, you didn't grow wealth either. And this is why another reason, one final thing, and I'll wrap up. And so what? You invested $1,000. There's no such thing as too little money, no such thing as too much money. That's another power of the program. Anything else?
I got one question. You familiar with the BRRRR strategy?
No.
Okay.
No, we'll talk about it then. All right, I'm going to be here hanging out. I got caught too.
One last question. So this program, can that be utilized or tied in with other programs?
Yes.
Like the
TIF
retail
program.
drive zone.
Yes.
TIF fund, stuff
Yeah.
like that?
Yes, that's going to accelerate some areas. Accelerate a lot of areas. Development, manufacturing, correct. That's all independent. That is another reason why I love this program. It has nothing to do with that.
So if you have an existing business, an existing LLC, does it have to be headquartered in that opportunity zone?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Existing business, so you have to transfer.
Yes, and you're probably better off just starting a new LLC altogether that's specifically designed to operate in the opportunity zone.
Okay.
Dot the I's, cross the T, because if I bought that one of those properties was an opportunity. Oh, I have an opportunity. No. They want new investments. See, that's another reason why I love the problem. It stopped creative thinkers like ourselves from being creative. Let's put it like that. So that's another reason why I love it. All right, I'm going to be here. I got cards. Talk to me wherever you are. I'll work with you, whatever you want. I'm here. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Manuel. I came here to the Fix and Flip and came to a presentation on the Opportunity Zone, something I've never heard of before, but see there's lots of great value. Basically, you have to go ahead and hold onto a property for 10 years to maximize your benefit of being able to save on zero taxes.
Learning how to, maximize the opportunity as opposed to, my own knowledge of it. So prior to coming, like I said, I did understand about the opportunity zone, but now that I understand that there are phases or other opportunities within the opportunity in terms of business. So I did not understand that there could be a benefit to the land and also to the building and the business. So that was another takeaway that I got. And in terms of my own corporation, I didn't realize that I could go back and, like he indicated, that I could make my business an opportunity zone business. Although my address is in an area for an opportunity zone, I did not list my property or my business as an opportunity zone business. So those are the things I took away. And again, it's just enhanced my knowledge of what I had already researched. So that's pretty much it.
The greatest takeaway that I have is the simplicity of the program. Not really understanding how the opportunity zone worked, which is why I came here. And it was very simple to kind of understand the requirements, how to get in, how long you have to hold the property, and what the benefits would be. So it's very simple, something I think I can start applying immediately and actually share with family and friends so that we can discuss investing together.